You're here with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, and we are going to sit down and talk about wax reading, okay? Alright, so maybe grab a cup of tea or a candle and let's sit down and have a chat. Okay, so this is a fun story to this video because not only does it have to do with wax reading, it also has to do with being a closeted witch and things that you do that disappear because you didn't tell somebody. Now, I'm not a closeted witch, but I forgot to tell my husband that that blue candle I burned starting for Samhain, I burned it for the 7 days. I started burning it on the 31st, and I burned it all the way till it went out. Well, as it was burning, and I'll show you this up close, I drew pictures like every other day as it was burning because the melt kept changing and I wanted to note down the change of the picture. So I had it on this big beautiful platter and I was just going to let the wax drip however it dripped. And once it was done and had burned out, I had it out on the living room table where Alex was, and he didn't know I was doing a wax read, so he cleaned up the plate and got rid of the candle. Now, in general, if you live with somebody who does magical workings, you usually know not to get rid of each other's stuff, but my husband didn't know. He was trying to help. So now he knows that I was doing a wax read, and he's like, oh, I'll make sure to tell you. But anyway, so that wax read was thrown away, but I did make pictures, and let me show those to you now. I currently have a candle that I'm burning to show you guys a little bit on how to read wax. Okay, so first picture I saw was just a heart. As it dripped out of the candle, it made the shape of a heart. An upside down heart, though. It was like that. Okay, then the next picture it turned into was what looked like a bunny. Okay, and then it looked like a bunny, like, monster type thing. I don't know. It looked like this, okay? And then after that, it looked like this, which to me just looks like either spooky or phallic. So, love, bunny, sea monster, phallic. I don't know what to get from this wax read, but I didn't see the very end of it either, so I don't know what the fifth picture was. Anyway, Maggie, I'm thinking of you today. If you guys don't know Black Moon Coven and her Etsy and jewelry and everything, check that out. I absolutely love this. So yes, this was the pictures from my wax read, and then I'll just put that in a journal of mine. But let me show you this candle I've got going right now. I thrifted this candle, and I actually have it on one of my plates that my husband made me from Juckshire Farms, and it has what kind of to me looks like an eyeball on the plate, if you can see that. And so to me, I like to scry on this plate because it has what looks like an eyeball type thing. So this candle I thrifted and it was cracked kind of all along, so I knew that it would be a good one to scry with because it's already doing things. I don't want to tilt wax out, but if you can see what it's doing on the plate there, it's quite cool. So you can just kind of make notes like I did. Check it every 10 minutes, every hour, whatever you feel. Every time you think of it, make a new picture. But I actually really dig this. I think it looks beautiful. I've told my husband anything on this plate is a wax scry. And if you are closeted, just tell people that that's what you're doing. You're trying to, it's like reading tarot cards, which a lot of normal people do, but instead you're trying to read wax. And what you can do is you could anoint this with some of our, well, you could anoint it with a lot of these oils. We made an amethyst oil together. You could anoint it with that because there's lots of psychic abilities to that. You could use this one that I made just for psychic abilities. You can see there's a mushroom in there, there's oyster shell, so many things, mandrake root. Definitely a poisonous oil, this one. So it's just for anointing. You don't want to get that one on your skin. I don't know, you could put money oil on it, and then you could try to, you know, ask Spirit, show me how I earn money. You could put, you could put war oil on it if you were trying to figure out, like, how to get through this war, whatever war you're getting through. You could put some of our passion oil that we made on there and ask a question about your love life. You could put a road opener oil on there and ask a question for how we get the roads open. You could put, I have this death oil back here, and you could ask, how do I get death to the situation? And while you're doing the scry, you can wear this astral oil that we made together. I like to put some of it on my chest so I can breathe it, and a dot on my third eye, and then my palms, or on all my chakra points throughout my body. Yeah, so that's what I would do. You could even bring out your crystals or your stones and set it around your scry to have the help from the energy of those stones and crystals. Yeah, you could really amp this up any way that you see fit. But let me show you another candle that I burned. In this, it's an old powder. You know how women used to powder their face with, like, Avon powders? So it's just like an old ceramic, you know, it's like glass and plastic, a powder tin. And then I put a candle in there and I let it drip down. And, you know, you can look at that and read it in a lot of different ways. You can look how the wick laid. It burnt out just like this. This is the wax reed. So, you know, you can take time and sit with it. But I really, really enjoy writing the pictures as you go along and kind of seeing a different thing. So, yeah. Thank you for joining me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, while we talked about wax scrying a bit. And come back with me because I've got the day off. It is Monday, and we're doing videos all day today. Maybe even a live. If you guys want to see a live today, put it in the comments so that I know, and we'll go for it. Alright, talk to you guys soon. Jen the Taxidermy Witch.